In the last episode of the Senior Sit-Down series, I'm sitting down with Mckenna Peaster, a senior goalkeeper on the women's soccer team, as her chapter of soccer comes to a close at YHC. Over her career, she's recorded 216 saves, an impressive amount in front of the goal. Today, we'll sit down with her and we'll talk about her journey into sport, her favorite memories as a mountain lion, and how she plans to keep the game in her life after graduation. Mckenna, thank you so much for sitting down with me today. Every student athlete that I talk to, there's a journey into sport. What created that passion and love for the game, how you got to where you are today? Walk me through your journey.
So I started soccer when I was about 4 years old, and I've just loved it ever since. Everyone in my family has played, and so I just grew up loving it and just watching it all the time. I did that in gymnastics, and then I decided when I was around 10 to start focusing on soccer, and I just loved the passion of playing tournaments and traveling and just winning games and bringing home trophies. And I just think from then is when I knew that I wanted to go play collegiately and just continue playing with my friends.
Yeah, and let's talk about your positioning. So I know when we talked before this, you weren't always a goalkeeper, but here at Young Harris, you've been the primary goalkeeper over the last couple years, and this is a position of really high importance and I'm sure really high stress at some times too. So what's the best part of this position for you?
Ultimately, I think is just having everyone respect you and just being able to be the leader on the field that everyone listens to, and the second voice for the coach other than the captains, and just being able to kind of help calm everyone down and just guide when it's needed, or when things get out of control. I really like that part.
Absolutely. I know the girls look up to you, and I remember even from my time here at YHC, big moments that you had at the YHC soccer and lacrosse field. So as a goalie, is there any goalies, either collegiate level or professional, that you look up to and you just are inspired by?
One, I really like Manuel Neuer. I've always watched him. He's just a big presence on the field, and just more than just staying on the line, coming out and kind of being like a sweeper keeper and just being active with his defenders. I really liked that and tried to incorporate that in my play.
For sure. And so let's talk a little bit more about your specific career here at Young Harris. What would you say is your favorite on-the-pitch memory at Young Harris soccer?
I would say it was the Mount Olive game, the first round of the tournament, when Anita Rose, or Mouse is what we call her, she scored the second goal within the last 4 or 5 minutes. That was just really electrifying, with the whole audience being there and just it being so tense the whole game. That was so exciting.
It was exciting. I know when it was first announced that you guys would be hosting the first round of the conference tournament, that's a really big deal. And then that night, the crowd that came, that was probably the biggest crowd that YHC Soccer had all year. So when you have all of your friends and all of the supporters here at Young Harris, talk about what it's like to play at a Division II school with that atmosphere and just how awesome that day was.
I would say it definitely helps. It's just like having an extra presence on the field, and just that support. You can just feel it under the lights with everyone cheering, and just being encouraging throughout the whole game. Even at low points, it's really supportive, having everyone, all of those teams, and it just makes the game feel more, I don't know, like a community, with the whole school being there and all the teams just supporting each other. Just really makes it a lot more special.
I'm sure it was. And on top of all the moments that you have on the field, I'm sure there's so many, from the locker room, bus rides, just great memories that honestly you'll probably cherish more than on the field. So what was the one that just sticks out to you from off the field?
Probably after that Mount Olive game, when we got to dump the water pitcher on our coach. That was probably one of the best experiences I've got to do, and yeah, it was just so funny. He needed that.
Yeah, just great emotion after that. That was fantastic. I was sitting right there, and Avram loved it too. It was great. So also being a member of this team for so many years, I'm sure there's traditions, things that happen year after year that you're going to miss. What's the thing you're going to miss the most?
Probably going to Cancun, and having our freshman initiation with karaoke. That's really important, and I'll definitely miss that when I'm gone, just watching everyone sing.
That's so fun. I know a lot of teams have traditions like that. That's awesome. If you could go back just reflecting on your past 4 years, 5 years here, is there anything you would change if you did it all back again?
I'd probably change from like my freshman and sophomore year. I wasn't as social and well known as I was now. I would definitely have gotten more involved and gotten more comfortable, and just spent more time with the girls before they were gone. I would definitely have done that.
And talking about your social life, I know that we can always find you at Starbucks. That's one place that we always can find you. And also, I know over the past couple of years, you've been known by a nickname, Cookie, which I think is great. So if you just want to talk on that, like how your social life developed over the past couple of years and those moments.
Yeah, having that nickname's definitely helped people know me more. And working at Starbucks, selling people drinks and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know, it's just nice hearing so many different like athletes that whether I do know or I barely know just shout my name and come get coffee. It's just great. It's a great feeling.
Yeah, and now talking about the general student athlete experience, there's so many life lessons and skills that you learn from going through this for 4 or 5 years. And so 2 last things before we wrap up. If you could go and tell either your younger self or another little girl who wants to play college soccer, what piece of advice would you give them?
I would definitely say don't underestimate like the things your coach says, whether it's like staying fit, like in season and out season. And to just don't take anything for granted because time goes by so fast.
It really does. And these life lessons and skills that we do learn as student athletes, a lot of student athletes that I talk to say that they are going to carry over with them in their career going forward. So what would you say is the most rewarding or valuable thing that is going to help you in your future job going forward?
Like I said earlier, I'd definitely say the leadership that I've developed over the past couple of years has helped me a lot come out of my shell, and just the communication aspect, being on the field, being vocal with everybody has definitely helped me with my public speaking and meeting new people. So I definitely think I'll take that into my next step.
Yeah, and talking about your next step, as your career here at Young Harris Soccer comes to a close, I'm sure your love and passion for the game of soccer is not going anywhere. So how do you plan to keep the game in your life after graduation?
I definitely will be more involved in the alumni part. I'll try to come and support the girls and watch some of their practices and just stay involved and stay in touch with the coach and with the girls and just be supporting them from the sidelines. And I can't wait to see what they do in the next few years.
Yeah, we're so excited to see it. Thank you so much, Mckenna, for being a part of this video. We are so excited to see you in your next chapter.
Thank you.